Okay, welcome back. I'm going to go over on this what the different, set this back to current, this, and then I'm going to show you on this page manager setup. And when I go 30 by 42, I'm going to show you what each one does. So if I do display, I can show you. If I just hit preview, at all your settings, if you ever want to check, you can just do preview. So you can see here, it's hard to see, but whatever my display is, that's what the preview was. So you can see how it's cutting off here. Next, if I do extents, preview it, it's going to take the extents of the objects and not what the Paperspace is into an account. So because I don't have anything over here, it's trying to center everything. So usually if people use extents, they actually draw a border exactly 30 by 42. And then that goes around the drawing. And then, but I can show you here. So if I use extents, you can see how it shifted it over. But now, I put something way over here, and then I do a plot preview. Now you can see it's all shifted because I put that one item way over there. Now let's say I put it way over here. I do the plot preview. Now it's shifted to be down here. So it's trying to center it based off these items. And this is, now you can see, because I put it in the middle. So it's really tricky because with extents, if you have something over here and it's actually shut off and you don't see it, your drawing can still think it's there, and then that's why you have something plotting really weird. So a lot of people will start at 0, 0, 0 and go 42 inches by 30 inches, 42 inches, and close. And they do this. And if they hit that, now you can see it perfectly centers it because it has this perfect 30 by 42 to go off of. Now, if I go to page manager setup again, and then I changed it instead of extents to layout, it's going to follow the paper right now. So because I didn't have that centered on the paper, you can see it's now just doing the paper. And so it's cutting it off. Now let's say I go through and I say, okay, yes. So now it has moved everything. It recenters it. And now when I do it, it equals what it's supposed to equal. But if I, let's say, if I move it off here and then do a preview, you can see it's only doing what that white paper shows. And this applies for any paper size. And last is window. So if I want to draw a window, let's say, you know, I just want to test and see how this one note looks. Center it, and let's say I want to fit it to scale. Now I can preview it. And now that one note I can plot on whatever size paper, and it can just be that one item. So you're probably saying, Gary, there's all these options. What do you suggest? And I'm going to say, my recommendation is, I think the safest is that you do a layout setup, because then you know that it is exactly the white paper, and anything that falls on that white paper is only going to plot. And so you know that anything outside the gray is, or in the gray outside the white, is then going to not plot. And so you have to then fit everything within this nice border. So it's like, going back to my daughter in elementary school, she has to stay within the lines on her sheet of paper. So that's the goal here too. So what else? You can move the pages we showed. So if I want this, I can then move it to the end, and it will move it to the end. The other thing you can do is click and hold, left click and hold, and then the little arrow shows up, as you see, and then I drag it, and then it puts it to the end. So that's how I can rearrange things pretty quickly. Also, if I just want to plot a single page, if I'm just on the single page, I right click and then I hit plot, and it brings up that same window here. So the page manager that you see, this is really for when you're publishing. So plotting is a single page, publishing is the entire thing. So if I quickly just want to plot this one page, something on it, I'm going to click and hit plot. I'll have the one page. But if I want to publish, which is multiple sheets, I select both, and then I can't plot anymore. I publish, and when I'm publishing, is now you can see here it uses the default, what I set it up, which is PDF 30 by 42, and then PDF. I could have it do something different, but more often than not, you want it set to this. And then I'm going to hit publish. It's going to ask me where to save. And then I'm going to hit yes. And then there's a PDF. And when I start it, now you can see the PDF that I made. So selecting your paper size that you want, and being able to then create the right size is really important. So what I'd like you guys to do is I'd like you to create a page setup. On one of your tabs, go to Page Setup Manager, create a new one that's going to be, I'm going to have you do PDF 24 by 36. So DWG to PDF, choose 24 by 36 as layout. You don't have my plot style, but I want you guys to select grayscale, and then check the display plot styles. Scale the line weight, so click that box. Click it, and then I want you to make it current on the tab, so you can either double click it or you can say set current. And then close. And then I want you to, you can draw an object, draw it on your sheet, and then I want you to copy that sheet. So move and copy, move it to the end, rename it. So double click. I'm going to call this Legends. And then draw something really quick on that. Give me a nice, I don't know, as simple or elaborate as design on that sheet so that I see that it's on there. And then I want you to publish it. So I want you to have at least 3 sheets and then publish. Click the publish. You'll get a PDF. And then I want you to upload that PDF into Canvas. And I think that will get you guys set up. And then next week we will go over viewports, and so we'll deal with scales at that point. And then you guys have really good basics of how to put a plan set together. And then as soon coming up here, we'll have to go over the what the final project is. I want to give you guys more than enough time to go over it. So, okay. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.